People keep calling me about short-term rental investment opportunities in Orlando, and they want to know if it's a good deal. Well, stick around, because on this video, we're going to be talking about the numbers when it comes to short-term rentals, specifically in the Orlando area, and we're getting to it right now. My name is June Kranick, and on this channel we do videos every single week of what it's actually like to live, to work, to vacation, to invest, all things as it's related to Orlando and Central Florida. So if that's the information that you want to need, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and click the bell below so that you're notified every time we do a new video. We have people reaching out to us every single week, and my team and myself, well, we love it. So if you're thinking about moving to Orlando or Central Florida, or investing in short-term or long-term rentals, well, then send us a text, give us a call, send us an email, however you wish to connect, because we got you covered when it comes to moving to Orlando or Central Florida. So anybody who has been involved in the real estate market over the last 2 to 3 years can all attest that it has been a wild, unpredictable ride. The highs, the lows, all over the place. And for me personally, I have not enjoyed the last couple of years. I think it's been crazy. Well, the feds are making sure that we have a market correction by, of course, the interest rates going up to rates that we haven't seen in many, many, many years. And so recently, if I get 10 calls, 9 are short-term rentals and 1 is residential. Well, we're going to talk about the residential part. Residential real estate now is such a nice, easy vibe, such a nice groove. There's plenty of inventory. You know, the prices are starting to come down, not shooting down, but little. Listing agents actually answer the phone. They're very pleasant. Sellers are reasonable. There is not a gold rush. And so even if you have to buy a house, or I think, buy a house, you can refinance a house when interest rates do correct, and they're not always going to stay high. And if they do, I'll tell you, if you're at 6%, 94% equity is better than none. So that's just my philosophy in general. So it's been a much nicer environment. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the short-term rentals, because that has become the gold rush of Q3 and now Q4 of this year. And I too have short-term rental properties and searching for short-term rental properties and investments and whatnot. And it's my retirement package. So I understand the acquisition and being one of the most non-analytical human beings on earth, if that's even the proper way to say it. I've had to really teach myself spreadsheets and understanding the numbers. So at 2 or 3% interest rate, Orlando was probably a little bit of a better value. Now, it's probably not as good as it may have been prior. Now, there are caveats to this. If you are purchasing for personal use as well, you're still getting appreciation, you're still getting equity, someone else is paying your mortgage, that's not terrible. Not to mention that these interest rates will change. And the tax implications. I mean, the benefits for taxes, I'm not, obviously, I am not an accountant and I'm not giving tax advice. Check with your CPA, but there are some huge tax benefits. So though you may not be getting the ROI that you could have a year or two ago, there are still some benefits in Orlando. Now, what works against us, and I hate to say this, are the big dummies putting their homes on Airbnb and lowballing. If you have a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house with a pool and it's a beautiful home, I'm not gonna say a bad word, and I really wanna say a bad word. Don't shortchange your property and put it on Airbnb for $130 a night. It just doesn't make sense. You can't get a Hampton Inn in Orlando, Florida, unless it's a cruddy one, for $130 a night. It doesn't exist. So I think more than anything, Airbnb hosts are working against themselves. There are dynamic pricing tools that help you properly price your property. Is it saturated? No. 115 million people, 100,000 properties. I said this on a prior video. What's hurting us is the Airbnb hosts. That's who's hurting us. So just take that into consideration. You can't be that desperate. There are people coming to Orlando, flooding to Orlando. This is the third weekend in October. I flew out last weekend, and I flew out on October 13th. There was not one parking spot at the airport. I almost missed my flight for a second time. Last year I missed my flight on Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving, busiest day to fly. Okay, my bad. October 13th. So the point being, the place was packed full of people. And where are they staying? Hotels, timeshare, Airbnb, VRBO, and other platforms. So that's just how I feel about that. If you're getting any value out of this video, do me a favor and hit that like button, comment below and tell me, do you think that the Airbnb hosts in Orlando are hurting the average daily rate? So I know I'm very opinionated and I do get beat up for my opinions, but hey, that's you know, it's my YouTube channel. So, and I try not to offend. So recently I've been getting a lot of investors that, you know, kick my head in with stats and numbers and, you know, and all that stuff. And so I kind of have a new plan. And, you know, so unfortunately, west coast of Florida was pummeled from Hurricane Ian. And there's parts of West Florida that are going to be recovering for a while. So we're not going to talk about those areas. I want to talk about, and I want to show the map, this section that goes like Sarasota, Venice, Englewood, and Punta Gorda. Now, obviously these areas did get hit. You know, they did not dodge the bullet, but certainly nothing like Sanibel, Captiva, Fort Myers, and Cape Coral. They really got the brunt of it. But my point being is that there are a lot of opportunities for investment in that area. First of all, short-term rentals are not so prevalent in that area that you go on there and someone's renting a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house for $130. And there's long-term rental opportunity. I just found this out. Now this is in Punta Gorda. Punta Gorda is just this little nugget. It's a quiet area. And I had investors say to me, why would anyone want to go there? Because that's the Florida dream. It's the water, it's the little restaurants, it's the sleepy, quiet town, it's the beaches, it's the walkability, it's sun, it's boats, that's Florida. And it's not, you know, packed full of packed full of tourists. It's a beautiful area. And so I just went on, and as of October 1st, now I'm sure the hurricane has something to do with this, the average rent, just long-term, for a 1-bedroom apartment in Punta Gorda is now $3,000. That is a 114% increase year over year. So sadly enough, when tragedy hits, some of us look for opportunities to make money. So now there are people that are displaced that have a lot of money. There are people that are displaced that do not. which is very sad. There are people that have really good insurance that are paying for their housing. There's opportunity for midterm rentals, which is 30 days or more, and it is a different type of lease. So you have short-term, long-term, and midterm opportunities, and the homes don't necessarily cost you $900,000 and have to have a game room and have to have Mickey and Minnie characters all over the walls and all the bells and whistles. Now, there are some opportunities on the canals where you get a beautiful home overlooking the water. Homeowners insurance, a little bit of a mystery there. I'll have to do some research and get back with you on it. Now, I am driving down to Punta Gorda this week, and I am going to do some, filming and some footage, so I will definitely get back with you. Some people that I love working with down there, some partners that I called, and they said, there's so much opportunity here for growth. And so I just thought I would say that if you're looking for opportunities for investment, whether it be long-term, short-term, or midterm, there are other areas besides Orlando, Florida. So think outside the box is what I was always told to do in the short-term rental space. And these little towns, and the thing about Florida that you always want to remember is that the summertime, short-term, wintertime is when people like to come from up north, and midterm that for months at a time. So you have a high occupancy pretty much all year round. So just food for thought, something to think about. If you are thinking about investing in Orlando, or maybe an opportunity in these key areas that I just spoke about, well, give us a call. You got to reach out, give us a call so we can help you with that. Send us a text, give us a call, send us an email, however you wish to connect, because we got you covered when it comes to moving to Orlando and Central Florida or the West Coast. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.